Hi there, welcome to the Conversations with Kevin podcast. This is a podcast where we give a platform to everyday people to have conversations that help us see how people think, from someone wanting to be a firefighter, to someone who's passionate about Africa, to someone who's passionate about birds. This is the platform whereby we get to get into the minds of people and see how people think, and we reconnect with those type of conversations. Hi there.
Hey, what up, guys? Today I have a huge guest for you. You never guessed that, big time now. The BFL heavyweight Caio Machado. How you doing, sir?
Hey Kevin, man, I'm doing fine. Just resting and getting back to train from the last fight. So couldn't be happier. Things are moving on. My baby's born in a couple of days, so exciting couple of days had been having lately.
How's it having the last days of normal resting?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to enjoy as much as I can, but I don't sleep as much training and teaching. Like my life, it's like I'm at the gym all day, so it's gonna be harder on my wife for sure with the baby, but it will be. I know we'll have a couple of sleepless nights ahead of me, but important. It's like our family is growing, and we're happy with that.
You prepared?
Sorry,
are you prepared for fatherhood? Or
I gotta be right. I don't have many options. It's now or never, right?
just jump in.
It's already there, so it's too late to say no.
Self-nervous. Wow. Yeah, it should be awesome. So has having a baby coming changed your perspective on training and stuff? Like now, is it harder or is it the same motivation?
I feel like for me it was like gave me a timeline and like a bigger motivation to go on and make it happen, because when we figured out about the baby, it was during COVID, and I was trying to be fighting, but not there was no fights going on and all. So I knew like this year this 2021 coming, I knew I had to like fight hard and train hard to like get my spot and be able to get my career on track before the baby's born, or I have to like jump to a regular job or do something else, because if I'm not making money on fighting, I have to have to deal with a baby and all the expenses. That would be some trouble. But thank God, and all the training we did, things are working up, and I'm full time at the gym and ready to have this baby.
Nice, that's cool. Any names for the baby yet?
We got a couple of names on short list, but we want to meet the little guy and see his face, and we going from there. No rush.
Just wanted to add Kevin in there. Maybe. Just saying. Otherwise, how's the fighting career going?
Fight's going great, Kev. I'm coming from a four fighting winning streak, 3 knockouts in the first round. A very nice rally Rio in the last fight. Like that was one of my nicest knockout I ever the nicest knockout I ever did, with a guy that was like probably 40 pounds heavier than me at the fight. Everyone's saying I was going to the distance. I was just cooking and control the fight, and I took the big guy and put him down, and so that was great for me. And now I'm just excited to see what's next, and hopefully UFC is coming soon.
Definitely. I remember when your fight started, like I texted my friend, I was like, how is this even legal? This guy is like twice your size. And then like the opponent, I was like, yo. And then you were just smiling. I was like, how do you do this? I'm like, this guy is huge. And then the camera pans to you and you're just smiling like, I'm gonna take that guy down. But wow. So with the UFC, so are you planning on just going straight into the UFC, or do you have to do like that Dana White Contender Series, or is it?
It's not about to me. If it was about to me, I would always be fighting the UFC. I feel like I want to be there. I feel I have the talent and the technique to be there. But like it's a matter to see like what the organization wants and expects from me. So I have my team, my managers and agents are talking to the UFC right now, see where I'm standing on it, if I need another fight local, if I'm going to the contender, or if I get a straight shot. So right now I'm in a point that I need to wait and listen and see what the negotiations and the talk goes through and see where it goes. But if it's to the UFC contender or fight another fight around, and I'll be ready for whatever, and I'm just want to keep fighting, keep the momentum going.
Wow. What about, what's it called? What if they put you in what's it called? Tough Enough? Like
The Ultimate Fighter.
the Ultimate Fighter. And then,
I'm ready for anything anyone brings to me. I don't mind to go to Contender, Tough, straight to the UFC. Like if they call me and wanted me to fight again tomorrow, I'll be ready for it. Like I just want to fight. I just want to keep going, and yeah, whatever comes, I'll be ready.
but that'll be interesting because that's your style and like your body weight and size is like so totally different from stuff you see in the UFC from the heavyweight. Like most of those heavyweights is like, guys, did you just wake up and come to the show to fight? So is there anyone like in the UFC who's like, I really want to fight this guy?
That I don't want to fight.
No, that you want to fight, like specific.
Man, like there's different guys that want to. There's a lot of guys that want to fight for different reasons.
Yeah.
First of all, because of the reason you just said, like there's a lot of guys who are going just because they have heavy hands. They're there and they're making some knockouts and whatever. I want to go to the UFC to change that, to show the world like heavyweights can be technical and athletic, not just have big guys with heavy hands. So guys like Derek Lewis, Jairzinho, I can't say his last name.
Yeah.
But like those guys, they don't have much technique, but they have heaters. I'm hungry to like show those guys they're not ready to do real competition.
Right.
But like I honestly, Ngannou, Miyoti, and of course Jones, like John Jones, he's the biggest fight ever, and until I get there and beat him, but he's the fight, my dream fight. It's getting the UFC heavyweight title from him. That'll be amazing.
Yeah, John Jones, yeah, especially like I can see the trajectory because if he comes in, fights Ngannou, and then maybe you come in and all you need is like 2-3 fights, especially if it's highlights and you're right in the picture. You're right in the John Jones.
Yeah, man. Kev, honestly, that's my goal. Like, I don't want to just be another number on the UFC. If I'm getting there, and I want to train and work to become the champion. I'm not just gonna be another guy in the middle of the division. So if it's Ngannou, Stipe, Derek, Jones, I'll be ready to get the strap. If I get to choose, Jones is my favorite fighter. I love his style. I love how he fights, and I see myself with a similar style, similar like body type, and I think that we can put some show.
But you think Jones would still be as good as he was, like now with his bulking up and stuff?
Like it's a trick position to go up in division, but like if you know how to do it and you're doing properly the way seems like Jones is doing, he's not rushing that and just like not cutting weight. He's actually like putting muscle, not just weight.
Yeah.
So if he can make that transition and walk around like a solid 240, 245, or even like a 235, like anything between, but like solid with muscle and mass, not just like fat and like just a leg. If he do the proper transition, he will be a beast, like, and keep his speed. Like Ngannou won't find him. Like he's a better fighter.
Yeah, we hoping Ngannou keeps winning because Africa gotta represent.
Man, like I get it. And I love like that. A lot more African fights are getting there, and Kamaru is amazing. Easy, it's like he dominate last fight.
Right.
But like if you talking about the raw like talent itself, like Ngannou, it's the scariest guy ever being in the cage. Like he's huge, he's massive, he has punching power, he has cardio. But like as an athlete, as a martial arts, Jones is a better fighter. Yeah. So if on my opinion and how I see this fight going, if Jones can do with the weight, I don't see Ngannou winning this fight. But like the dude punch hard, so and he can drop hand too. So
that's the problem with you heavyweights. It's like you're one punch away, someone can be losing the fight. was just one punch away. I saw a guy one time, like, he was punched in the stomach, and then you could tell he was about to, like, literally go down, and then when he was going down, he just swung a punch and knocked down the guy. Then the ref stops the fight. This guy drops on the other side, like, I'm out. Like, yeah, heavyweights.
Yeah.
What about wrestling, man? You see, there's one thing I hate about UFC fights. When I see wrestlers fighting, it's like, this is the worst stuff ever.
Like, I get it. It's a little bit boring to the regular fan, to the regular crowd, but like wrestling and grappling, like more specific jiu-jitsu, are like very technical and very like slower pace and different. It's a different aspect of the fighting that's important. That's like we need to have. No, it's not necessarily my style. I'm a striker. They have like that been working with wrestling and grappling, and I managed to work both. But like I feel having those techniques in the times, it's as important as being a knockout or having knockout power at all. Like you need to be aware of the entire game, not just one aspect of it. Like so the time that like if you're a black belt in BJJ or a black belt in Muay Thai, you're gonna be fine. That time is over. Like you need to be ready for everything.
Yeah, because they're like wrestlers. They strike. Get them. Let him go. We want to see the fight.
That's a fight. That's the thing. Like the casual fan, they want to see blood. They want to see like the action and the punches. But like everything's it's part of the fight. I respect it. It's like the fight is happening. So there, if you know what's going on, if you were training, and for the people who trained, that's beautiful. That's like really technical and high level competition,
right.
And it's part of the sport. MMA embrace it all. So I know it's not as like flashy as a spinning back kick to the head and someone getting out cold, but it's very technical. It's very important to the sport, and like I'm trying to improve my wrestler as well. And once I get there, I want to use a mix. Finding a good mix, I believe is going to be ideal for me. Like especially working wrestling with like my knees and elbows, close range. That's where being dangerous. Like 3 of my four knockouts comes from like starting from knees, from the clinch, from the grappling position, and I just take down. So it's as important as any other part of the game.
I watched it. I used to watch Khabib. Come on.
Yeah, but the dude's 29-0, so
stop it. Because like even Kamaru, most of his fights, like people to this day they don't rank him because of the wrestling, right? It's like, yeah, you won 29 whatever fights, but you just
yeah, but like those guys are elite and they like Kamaru, he's a great wrestler and he's working on his striking right now and combining both. He did what he did with Machado. Like that was a beautiful knockout.
That one then elevated him. Like, oh, Kamaru can actually fight.
But he can. He broke Covington's job before. Like he's not just a wrestler. He knows his game. He's getting better every time, and like it's a matter of like understanding and embracing like all of it. Like when you just wrestle, I get it. It's boring. When you take Maya, for example, Demian Maya that just go to the ground and don't want to do anything else, just trying to get his chokes and submissions. Okay, it's kind of slower pace. People don't understand. Like I remember Tyron Woodley and Demian Maya. That was one of the most boring fights that you ever seen. Like it was Maya shooting, Woodley stuffing. Maya shooting, Woodley stuffing. But like when you combine a little bit of everything, you have a nice up, down, wrestling, grappling, back to striking and moving and a non-stop and nice motion fight. That's what MMA should be all the time.
That's better. Like I need strikers to just punch them in the face when it happens. But yeah. So how's your BJJ? You used to do BJJ, right?
Yeah, I actually started BJJ. My first martial arts that I did I started BJJ when I was 11 years old. And I did it from 10 years old, 10 to 11, and I went until I was 14. And so I got my, then I stopped and went back after high school to start again. But I love BJJ. I think like that's a non-stopping live sport that you always learning, always improving. And I have a really solid game. I work a lot from my back, especially because I'm not a wrestler. I'm not about taking down people. I develop a style that even if I'm on my back, I'm gonna be attacking. I'm gonna be the dominant guy from any position. I want to try to be dominant from any position. So right now I'm a purple belt in BJJ. I'm trying to get my brown belt and black. But honestly, like I love this sport. I want to get better in BJJ itself. But like I'm trying to get my ground game more set for MMA and ready to be anything that kind of I feel like if I can get all my technique on sharp as sharp as my striking, there's no way to stop me.
Unstoppable. BJJ. I saw on Saturday the guy who snapped someone's hand. What's his name? Scottish guy.
That's right.
Yeah, the fight just starts. He pulls guard. You're like, yo, what? And he never let go of the hand and broke it. Even my people were just saying his fight is boring because he's always trying to go for the single leg, but then once he takes you down, you're in world of pain.
Yeah, it's like BJJ is definitely different game. Like right now, it's not as used and like it got a little bit evened up, but you have to understand that like BJJ changed martial arts forever when it arrives. Like on the late 90s, early 2000s, when the Grace started the Jiu-Jitsu and the UFC, and they brought this to the world, like that was a dominant position. That's why we have so many Brazilians being world champions in the UFC, especially in the early editions.
Yeah.
Because it's different from everything. Like everyone's worried about punching and grappling and wrestling, and they were just like submitting people, especially bigger guys. That changed the game, and now everyone trains it more even out. But it's like I believe it's one of the things that made these sports is the jiu-jitsu. The reason that we have MMA today, it's a lot because of jiu-jitsu back in the day.
That's why I haven't got into MMA, because it's like one guy was like, "Hey, you don't have to fight; you just have to break people's hands." I'm like, wait, what? You can do that? It's like, yeah, you just go look for any like training place and then jiu-jitsu, then amba and a choke one, and then you're safe to defend yourself at any cost, at any time. Because it's like the best thing about fighting in the streets is avoid it, run away if you can. But if someone catches you, if you have jiu-jitsu in you, then you can defend yourself. Okay. Then you see it in the UFC, like shit.
Yeah, like I feel BJJ was created to in a way that the smaller guy could be the bigger guy, and no matter what weight class. That's why the most important class division on BJJ is the absolute division. Because absolute division means it's like no weight. It's a no weight class. It's an open weight class. So like a guy 260 could fight a guy that's like 145, and the 145 could win. It's hard. There's a weight difference, but like there are also size and technique and speed. So BJJ it was created to match up the size wasn't too important. You actually use your opponent's strength against him or her.
Yeah, or her. My first day at FKP, I was sparring with Cameron.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that. I was just like, because what I don't know what we're doing, and then the legs were all over my neck. I was like, then I tried standing up, but I couldn't do it. It's like, this jiu-jitsu stuff. It's not fair. It's like, then Mr. Frog was like, it's not about strength, Kevin, it's about technique.
it's always about technique. Like sometimes, like smaller guys gonna take you down if you don't have enough technique. So it's good because you can train with anyone, literally anyone. It doesn't have to be someone in your weight class. For example, me as a heavyweight, don't really usually have many training partners because it's hard to find like athletic and good big skilled guy like on my own, especially that's not my competition. So I either like I have to deal with smaller guys a lot of the time, and BJJ kind of evens up the field, plans up the field. So it's good. I like. But honestly, I haven't seen you in the. I don't remember seeing you in the BJJ class, in the white MMA classes, in grappling. Too often.
Yeah, I came like the first 2 weeks, but then I'll scrape my knees. I was like, this is not worth my time. Because every time I'll come, I live with an injury. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to die. And then I like the Muay Thai more. That was easier. There was less pain.
Yeah, like you get used to like. We say, I heard one of the Pitbull brothers, I don't remember which one was, an interview he said once, like, if we are going to a fight fitting 100%, that means we didn't train enough.
Oh, yeah.
So we always gonna have like something bothering us and little injuries and things like that. So it's part of the game. Like you always like scratches and like matte burn. That's normal. That's something you just get used to and go moving forward. But once you pass that 2 weeks of like getting used to, you love it. You should, whenever we're back to do grappling, you should definitely go back to classes.
Yeah, definitely. Because hey, every time I'll be there, it's something. It's like I remember one time, one guy, the day I quit, he choked me with his fist. I was like, this is it. Like, I don't know what we're doing. And then he just puts his fist on my throat. And then he's like, tap out if you're in pain. I was like, this is BJJ, I'm gone. Bye.
Yeah, but then, like, again, you gotta, with time, you're getting used to take that pressure and move and keep going. Like, and once you have a nice set of technique and understanding, when like you can deal with depression, and you move out, or it's hurts and it can move, and I won't get out of here, so just gonna tap.
Yeah, in the beginning, yeah. Now I'm more humble. Because when you first come in, you have ego and everything. You're like, oh man. And then,
definitely. Especially when you come and someone's smaller than you comes and just bro and destroy you. It's hard to take, but like you have to understand there's people who are doing that for longer than you, so like you gotta be humble and just like keep learning, keep coming, and one day, and it's like that, like, you're gonna be submit every day until one day you start like not getting submit and you keep going, and one day you're gonna start submitting people. That's pretty much how it works. So it's a kind of like learning and growing process with it.
That's true. Yeah. I had to learn like leave your ego outside. Like, once you step in, it's a whole different world. It's like I remember the first person I spotted was Ethan. Yeah. I saw flames that day. It was just he kicks you and then he runs away. Bro. Then
and like, you have to remember that he's like 14 right now. So back in the day, he was like 12, 13. Yeah. And it is what it is. Like though he does that since he was like 5.
Right.
So like some people who grow up on that like has way better like understanding, and more you do, more training, like doesn't really matter your size. If you have a better technique, you're gonna even the playing.
I went home. I was like, guys, I was beaten by a teenager. This is. I spent the whole night watching YouTube videos.
Of course, master YouTube.
Master YouTube.
Again, you doesn't matter. The guy can be 10 years old. If he's doing that every day, he's already an emotion. He will sub you.
Sure. All right, I want to ask, what made you decide like I want to be a fighter?
So, I always have a dream as a kid. Like when the kids think to be a lawyer or a doctor or a police officer. I felt I always had a dream to like be playing the sport I was doing at the moment. So soccer, basketball, handball. I always been really into sports, and I always like to. And since I was in 17, I've been competing for like Muay Thai, BJJ, for like regional, national competitions in Brazil, and was getting there. Just like to, I like to compete. I'm a competitive person, so I always had the idea of getting one MMA fight to feel the experience. Because when I was at the gym, I was at the gym all the time to train and to do my classes and to be fit. All those guys, those MMA guys were training for their fights, and I started getting excited, and I always wanted to do it. When I came here and got the chance, they said, "Okay, look, let's do it. Let's see what it is about, and how that goes." And honestly, man, like when I got in that cage and they shut the doors, I looked at the guys, did a deep breath, and said, "That's it. What I'm gonna do for the rest of my life." I love that shit. Yeah. That's why you see me smiling in the cage. Like, I'm having fun. That is my happy place. Like you say, you go to a field or in the grass or in the forest. No, my happy place is the cage.
Alright, yo, how does one just decide I'm gonna smash people in the face for the rest of my life?
It's that feeling like you feel like the energy and like, okay, that's it. I'm good at this. That's it for me. I like being here. I feel comfortable. So let's just keep doing.
Keep doing it. Nice. And then like for your fights, I also noticed you cut weight though. Like you slimmed down. Like I think your first fight you were 240, 250. Now you slimmed down. Is there a reason to that?
So my first fight, if I'm not wrong, I weighed around 250s, but like it's a natural transformation of my body to be a better athlete. Like I was a little bit out of shape when I first started, like especially when I started training to the first fight. So I felt like I was always transitioning to, while I was improving my career, was also improving my my athleticism and becoming a better athlete. So the weight came down naturally. There was just like extra weight I was cutting off and losing. So now I'm lean. Now I'm in a good like body fat percentage. I work with diet and training and weight training. So now it's a better, like I'm on a good shape and a good position. If I could bulk up and solidify as myself as a heavyweight, it could like slim down and fight light heavy. But I like where I am right now. I might go up a couple weights now, but like, the point was like getting away off the extra weight that was just like slowing me down. Now I'm lean and fit. Now I can work and just like be more athletic.
Because I was listening to one of our friends in Ghana's interview, and he was saying he also wished he could like slim down more, but then for him it's like the man is just thick.
Yeah, like, if you have no body fat, you need to lose mass and muscle. That's a different game. I have a weight that like was just taking like just slowing me down. Like that was that way. Like if you have a big muscle and that's it, like you get on his probably like 5%, 10% body fat, like he can't do much more than that without like losing mass because he's already a massive dude.
Yeah.
So it's different. In my case, I was chubbier, I was fatter, so I could lose some fat, I could lose some kind of weight that like wasn't being working for me. So every time especially the last fight when there was a big weight difference, people were asking me about that. I said like, I might slimmer, but I'm stronger than ever. Like it's not about how big I am. It's like I know my body mechanics. I have all the weight and all the structure I have right now. It's 100% ready for the fight, to get there and fight the five rounds, 3 rounds, or whatever it comes. Instead of having just putting extra 10, 15 pounds, but like just that way, just gonna slow me down, make me tire easier.
That's true. Yeah, that was interesting. And then when you're in the cage, like I hear coaches screaming. Do you hear it when you're fighting?
Yes. Like I have a really good understanding and zoning out and like of what's going on around. So I have ADD, attention deficit disease, or whatever it calls it. Don't know the English properly, but because of that, I can really pay attention to one thing. I can focus. My focus is shit. Like we were talking right now, and I'm looking to here and there and there. Oh, there's a butterfly going on.
Yeah.
My focus it's all over the place, and I kind of use that for MMA, where like I can focus on that. I try to focus on everything. So when I'm fighting, I notice the fighter, the cage, the space I have, the ref, what's going on with the timer, listen to my coach, his coach. And so I try to listen to everything. But like Mr. Franco and I, we have a really good understanding of each other and like we develop a nice bond. So like I listen 100% his instructions. He's a great coach and like and he has the best voice to be a coach. Like he knows how to project his voice as no one else I know. Like it's impressive. Like if you hear like you don't hear the other if you see the transmission and on TV or Fight Pass or whatever you're watching, you're gonna hear him talking, but you're not gonna hear the other coach. It's because his voice is so loud and so like it's so much easier to hear.
Right.
So that helps you.
Yeah, I remember in the last fight, he screamed, "There it is, Caio! There it is!" And then you step back and then you pop it. It was like, finish it! I'm like, yo, is there anyone else in this room? One guy who could hear.
Yeah, like again, that demo there. If you see, like he said, there it is. Even before I throw the punch, when he missed, we knew that was it. And we trained that kind of motion. That was an everyday training, getting out, sleeping, and counter. We knew he would come, Larson would come with big punches and trying to knock me out right away. Once I find my distance, I knew the fight was over and that was a matter of time. And we trained like getting out, counter, getting out, counter, getting out, counter. So when he missed, when he threw, when I slapped and wasn't range, he said that was time to go. Like, you train with him. Like Chris Franco is one of the best coaches in the business. He understands a lot of fighting, not just Muay Thai or BJJ. He understands a lot of MMA itself. He's been doing that for a while. So I'm really happy to be with him and to be at FKP right now. I think like the way we're working there, we have a good synergy to like keep things moving in the right direction. Like he knows what I need to do to improve myself during the fight and what I need to change. He knows what I can do or not and what to ask of me. And I can hear him 100%. So it's a good bonding and good energy we have over there.
How did you guys become a team, you and Mr. Franco?
So like I came to train like a youth.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like I had a couple more experience when I got there because I was training in Brazil. But I wasn't a competitor back when I started here. Like when I came to Canada, I came to school, and I was until I adapted myself. I wasn't training, so I gained a lot of weight. I was like 285 when I got FKP, and I had some background and all. Like so I just jumped in and I started doing for sake of like being healthy again and be active. And always something I love to do. And like then I started helping Jaden with his camp. I did some tournaments and like I showed like that I had some potential. Then we kind of like Mr. Franco came to me and talked and asked me, "Oh, do you want to fight? Like I feel you have the skills to do it." So and again, that was always on my head and I just could say yes, and from there we kind of like kept going and kept growing, and it has been 5 years, a little bit over 5 years since.
Wow, and now he's a heavyweight. Yeah, he's good. He's good. 5 years. The next 6 years, John Jones will be on your record. Yeah, that's it. And how was training with Mr. Martin?
Like it's good. Like Jaden is a really talented athlete. Like unfortunately right now he's recovering from his injury, but like he still managed to like work with me and do some sparring. Like he's very technical, very fast. So and he's a little bit lighter. He's faster than the guys he fights. So whenever if I can dodge his punches, if I can see what he's doing, like it's gonna be way easier to see those bigger, slower guys moving. So that I use that on my favor for sure.
Mr. Marty. The way he throws his fist is amazing. Like when he's explaining stuff and then you try to do it.
Yeah, man, the dude's quick. He's been doing that for a while, and he's a great team partner, great coach, and yeah, like everyone at FKP is amazing. But those two guys are the reason I sticked around and stay there for competing and growing on the sports.
The levels. So when you signed to the UFC, are you moving to Vegas?
Definitely not. Like my gym's here, my home's here.
Yeah.
Those guys are my family. Like I don't feel like I need to be on any major like big camp right now. Like if we get into UFC and we have the opportunity, we would like to bring I think we should bring some people here and there to help with sparring. But like as a coach, I want to stick with Chris and Jaden. I want to be at FKP. Like we started this journey together. We want to finish together. So my base is gonna be here. We might go together to train somewhere else. We might bring some people, but like I think the best way to like if we got here together, there's no point to leave now. Like let's not change what's working.
But that's something I had easy say. It's like the people who brought you to the dance, stay with them.
Yeah, man. Like
it's just cool.
And also, like it's not that it's not working.
Yeah.
And like okay, let's say some point we are not on the same page anymore, and it's not working. It can grow, or he's not like it's not work. If that relationship and things are not working anymore, I can part ways and move on and not move on, but like going somewhere else. But like the way we are working now, I don't see any reason to move out. And like I know I can get all the skills I need from here.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And then I saw you train. Oh no, I didn't see you train, but I heard you trained with Arjun
Buller, yeah.
How was that?
That's good, man. Like Arjun is one of I think he's the top heavyweight in Canada right now as ranks and like accomplishments. He's a guy that like he's an Olympic level wrestler, guy that has like fights on the UFC at once. So he brings a certain level of like experience and pressure that not many guys can do in the local scene. That no guys can do in the local scene. So it's good because when I spar and when I train for a guy like that, I can kind of like feel myself like if I can do competitive with this guy, those guys that are in the same range, I can do that. So I can feel what level I am and how much I can grow on it. Also like being having a different style, more wrestling based. I can work on my defensive wrestling and working on my game in a different way that I usually work at the gym. So works out for me and works out for him. I think like both of us being the two heavyweights in Vancouver that are moving on and growing now. I think working together we can just like improve each other. We can going and getting bigger, better things every time.
Right. And then I want to ask, what are your thoughts on the MMA scene here in Vancouver?
Like I was actually talking to Paul Laisby today, and we were talking about that. Like the MMA scene in Vancouver is getting better, and it's improving and it's growing. Like we are seeing some talent leaving from getting from shining from BC. Like even Arjun Buller, we got Jordan Kennedy, we got a couple other guys going to the UFC. Tristan Conley, Cosmead. So in the last couple of years, we saw a lot of guys going to the bigger promotions. A lot of guys showing a lot of local events growing bigger. Guys coming from amateur, becoming pro champion, like becoming pro and becoming champions and dominate the Canadian scene and moving on to the international. So I see like even we got something good going on here, and I believe like if we keep working like that and if we find our way, like we're gonna have a bunch of people coming out of the region from BC, Vancouver area to get the award like in many divisions. Like we have good guys around for sure.
That's true. Cause I remember when I came, all I would hear is Quebec. Go follow GSP. Like, nah, we need BC to be on the map. Cause I think you guys are crazy.
Yeah, like especially right now with the pandemic, like BC always try to like work. BC always being more open than Quebec, for an example. Right now, I believe we still right now even pro fighters can train over there. Ooh. So they still have big restrictions. The situation with COVID it's a little bit hard, and we are having competitions here back. And soon we're gonna have amateur and regular tournament and local tournaments. Like we're open up. We got our promotions and our fighters ready again. And like the ball is rolling in, so we're just catching up and getting better. So I see like by 2022, BC probably gonna like dominate the Canada's MMA scene.
That's true. So here, like in BC, do you have other heavyweight challengers, or you still have to import from others?
Like right now, like everyone that's fighting, I already fought everyone that fights here.
Oh.
Already, like I have one loss against a guy from Victoria, Dustin Joyson, but he's at 1. Like great guy, good fighter, but like I'm targeted on the UFC right now, so I don't see we've meeting anytime soon for competition. Right now I'm ranking. I'm the number 1 heavyweight fighting the local Canadian MMA scene. So I don't believe there's any other like challenge for me right here. I always want to move forward. I want bigger, better things. Yeah. I feel I'm ready to the UFC. I'm ready. I want to fight the best guys, bro. Like it's about getting like that hard competition, getting better. Like if I see like I only improve when I have a challenge ahead of me. I'm a guy like that. Like if I get really comfortable and I get on my comfort zone if I don't get a challenge. Right. So I need like that steak of like that bone on the end of the steak to be chasing all the time. Someone to go for it. If I'm the biggest guy in the gym or biggest guy in the division, I'm gonna get lazy and not work as much. So I always want to get a new challenge, put someone else on my head. So right now I'm set on the UFC. That's where the competition is right now, and that's where I want to go.
Yeah. Uncle Dana.
Yeah, man. That's about time. I proved it. I fought everyone around here. Coming from a winning streak. I'm young. Like there's so much guys that only have hands over there, and I have not just those same heavy hands, but I have technique, talent, cardio, and I'm more complete fighter than a lot of guys over there. I feel I earned my shot and I'm ready to go.
They should come calling, because I've been watching, like I was listening to DC, and he was like, the UFC, like for the heavyweight, they're really looking for like a different level of talent, because the ones they had, they were boring, right? Like sometimes you just see these guys, they punch and then they're tired and they're hugging, and it's like, come on. But now it's like, now they're moving away from those big guys to more athletic guys, like the way they're pushing, what's his name, Cyril Gane, the way they're trying to push Francis, that's why even the John Jones fight is there, right? Because like, do you want to have Francis and Derek Lewis too?
Man, don't let me start about Derek Lewis. Like he sounds like a great guy, a really fun guy to hang out with, but like I cannot accept Derek Lewis fighting for the heavyweight belt for the second time. Yeah. He already did against DC on a short notice, whatever. because he's fun. He did his balls as hot or whatever. He's fun. His Instagram page it's fun as hell, but like he doesn't have the talent. He doesn't have the skills to that high level competition. Right. He's just a heavy guy with heavy hands. We need athletes. We need bigger guys. We need not bigger guys. We need like strong, athletic, and like we could do that. We could grow them. I'm one of those guys. I'm ready to go. Like I could fight Derek tomorrow, yesterday, today. Like I would love to fight this guy because I want to prove like that heavyweight's about to change. Once I get there, I want to make a statement that like that shit of like just being heavy and work on and lay on your heavy hands. That shit not gonna fly anymore. At least not with me.
We need you because so the thing is, if Derek wins with us Francis, and then
sorry,
John Jones will just come in.
I honestly like I don't see Derek win against Francis or Stipe or any guys on the top tier, but like if you see like there's right now it's very clearly you have like three guys that have this skill set to be on top. That Francis, Stipe, and Jones coming up, and after that there's a big difference between them. Then you have like Derek Lewis and Jairzinho and like whoever's coming next. Like the heavyweight division, it's being boring the last couple of years in the UFC. Like just the shortest of competition. That's why I want to get there and just want to shake things up.
Definitely, it should get you in. But I can see them calling you for tough because I think that's what they want to do. Like next year, it'll make sense if because I don't think John Jones will fight this year, and then you do like a tough enough with John Jones and Francis as coaches, and then you have heavyweights, and boom. You guys have your own show.
I want to say I hope to be there before it. Like I want to say when they announced the tough that's on TV right now, they announced they were doing a new one. I really thought they were going to look for heavyweights because it's a division that doesn't have like he's looking for talent, like needs new blood, needs new talent. Yeah. So it was like every day looking. Oh, when they gonna release the information about the division classes, and when they said middleweights, I didn't really understand because you have a good roster of middleweights in the UFC. You need heavyweights, you need light heavyweights. Why don't try to put those guys on? But right now, honestly, like I feel I have the energy, the capacity to be in the UFC by the end of the year. That's my goal, and like if I believe like if I don't go straight up, I feel like I'm gonna get a shot at the Contender Series like right away.
And the Contender Series is just one day, right?
It's one fight, yeah.
Fight and you're in. Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Because I just want to see you versus. I guess the first fight should be Greg. Is it Greg Hardy?
Oh my god, he's so bad. He's so bad.
Yeah.
Like he's okay. Greg Hardy is the opposite of those guys. He's a good athlete because he used to do football, but he's not a fighter.
Okay.
So like seriously, guys, like I'm here, I'm ready, I'm waiting, and guys like those, like I can't wait to go there and beat the shit out of those guys.
Like that'll be your first fight, and then who would they have for the second? That's the thing. I don't even know their names.
I can take anyone, anyone, anywhere, anytime. Like, well, hopefully, like I wish when things open up, I wish you could get a card in. I feel my gut. I feel like have the feeling like we're gonna have a BC card soon at Vancouver UFC, and like
this year.
Hopefully, like by the end of the year, it would be really awesome to like get in that show if that happened.
Yeah, it's possible because isn't BC like they're opening up?
Yeah, like we are supposed to be open by September, and like if you make the math, like September UFC always been to Canada, and they're only doing like shows in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi and States. With Canada opening a market that's already like familiar with the UFC, it's gonna be full crowded. I don't see why they not. It's close to these days. I don't see why they don't come here by October, November. And if fighting at home, like Brazil, I'm from Brazil, but like my fighting home, it's here. Like all my fighting career has been here, so I would love to fight in Vancouver. Like I want to fight in Brazil for sure, but like I want to fight if there's a card in Vancouver and I'm not there, then we're gonna have some. Then I better be doing that card for sure.
Sure, you prefer BC place or Rogers Arena?
Ooh, that would be really fun to fight at BC place. Like that's massive. Like, can you imagine? Like how many people can fit on BC place right now? I don't even have idea.
Yeah.
Like it's like I think it's 60,000 on the bleachers.
Yeah.
But if you put like the ground as well, you could get like 80,000 people there. That would be awesome, right?
Yeah, that would be the best. Especially when people are told it's from Vancouver, it'll go crazy. Just knock the guy out. But that's the thing. Just don't knock the guy out in 20 seconds. That's like, come on.
Like I always say, I never go to a fight with a rush to finish. Right. Like as long as I'm there, I'm having fun, I'm doing my game, I'm doing my thing. If the fight goes 5 minutes, 5 rounds, I'm ready. But like as a fighter, we need to be like sharks. Like once we smell blood, we need to attack. So if I find an opening and I get in the first round, that's better. Like easier, less work to do. But like if we go 5 rounds, it's gonna be a 5 round war. Like
we want to see, man.
The important is to be ready for anything.
We want to see that. Caio! Oh, it's done. Okay. Next.
Remember, faster the fight, faster to start celebrating.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like, we want to see something. Give us a minute. Because I remember there's a kid on Saturday. The guy walks in, he just goes 1, 2, done. Then he injures himself in the celebration. But like, still, good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like sometimes we get hurt. Like the fight. Sometimes the fight goes into distance. The fights go shorter. Like it's fun to. I see also as a spectator when I'm waiting for a fight. I want to see longer, but also. Sometimes the longer fights sometimes get boring. Yeah. So it's a complicated scenario to be like, you wanted to see some knockouts, see some action, but also don't want to be too short. For example, I remember when like I invite people over, we had like Aldo to watch Aldo McGregor Aldo.
Oh yeah, that one.
And like we the entire night, it was like great card, it was fun, we having people over, some drinks and all. And everyone was excited for this fight, and that was over in 13 seconds. And yeah, that was it. That was beautiful, but that was it.
Yeah, that's it. Bye.
So it's always a mixing feelings about that for sure.
There was a corner. What did he say? He said, I get paid to perform, not for time. I was like, okay, corner.
Fair enough. Like,
good for you. Good for you. Well, would you consider fighting at 205?
Yes, like I feel like I can definitely make the cut. I can even be a bigger guy at 205 and have the weight and the speed for it, the technique. It's just a matter of like right now I'm focused on the heavyweight division. Yeah. I've been doing that, and like my weight and my technique and my timing are prepared for the heavyweights. But like 205 it's a possibility, always been there. Just like. The local scene, the Canadian scene doesn't have any light heavyweight to find me, so I'm focused on getting to 65, getting like best I can be of the division, and maybe like after they throw the champ and go down and become double champ there. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. You visit the end, that'll be fun.
Yeah, do what Cormier did, but the opposite. Instead of going up, go down and get a small guy. So. Like again, I'm ready. I feel I have the energy. The matter of like getting the opportunities, but right now I'm focused on fighting heavyweight and fighting like getting the UFC and getting the belt on the heavyweight division.
Oh yeah. And then for training, how long do you train? Like in a week? Is it every single day, every hour?
So I don't train every day, but I train at least like 6 days a week. I'm at the gym. Like I'm at the gym. I'm doing something every day because either teaching or training or doing something. But like usually like Sundays I take to myself. I don't do any. It's a time to rest, and sometimes I have class in the morning to teach, but I don't do any workout myself.
Oh yeah.
So I get a break, but usually like I go between 3 and 6 hours a day between like fighting, training, cardio, and weights. If it goes plus the time I spend teaching, that gives us a little workout
Right.
and I give action. But yeah, it's a life. It's a full-time job for sure. Like I can tell you like my career, like when my skills and my ability went straight up when I migrated to be a full-time fighter, and then I'm just part-time.
So what do you do outside of fighting?
I train. And right now, no, like joke aside, like I'm at the gym every day. I'm training, I'm teaching. That's a lot of my time. But like when I'm off, I'm with my fiance. We like to like watch TV shows and hang out and just like go to the beach. I'm a very chill guy. I stopped partying. I barely drink anymore. I'm focused on the fight, and when I'm not in a fight, I'm just like hanging out with the people I like, my friends. I like to play poker sometimes.
Right.
It's just like try to like to not do anything that's gonna like damage my body and not in any way, but try to have some fun.
All right. And does your fiance watch you fight?
She does.
She enjoys it, or she's like
she gets very anxious. She's anxious and like nervous about it. At the beginning, she didn't really understand the fighting scene and how fighting works. So she has a bit like prejudice about that and how violent is the word. But like once you understand that, like most of us do, like it's not about hate. It's not about like just want to hurt someone. It's for the job. It's for the sport to be the best athlete. She kind of like eased her way out, and like now she understands. She enjoys the word. She watches the fights with me and watch my fights, but she always get nervous when I'm getting.
When you fight, yeah, that'll be scary. I can imagine if my girlfriend was a fighter. Can't watch it. Okay.
Like I can't imagine. It's hard, but honestly, like I rather do that than work in the office. So, and she knows that. She knows I'm happy. She knows like it's control. Like I'm not like getting kicked in the ground and when I'm unconscious. Like there's a ref, there's doctors, there's a structure to do that. Like there's of course it's dangerous. Of course there's a risk. But it's a control risk. Like we work in a scenario that like right, especially nowadays after seeing some older fighters had problems and like the effects of that. Like every day I feel like the commissions and the coaches and the athletes are working more to like not having as much damage in the future. So like right away stoppages are going right away. The ref is there. There's a doctor. We go to the hospital. We make sure like we are good to do that. There's always a certain amount of control on that. So it's not just violence for violence.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's cool. And then, like, what advice would you give someone who wants to do MMA?
Say again?
Like advice for someone who wants to get into MMA and be a fighter.
Go train. Like train. Like there's nothing gonna make you better or get you further than train hard, than work hard and train and be at the gym and learn and see technique and see fights. See, like you need to eat, breathe, and dream fight every day. That's how it should be. Like I have a story that once that's when I was with my ex-girlfriend. Mm-hmm. We were sleeping together and cuddling and all like spooning. And I was dreaming about a competition I was going to have. And I ended up like choking her on the sleep. And she woke up like tapping and gone because I was scared about it. So like that literally, you dream about fighting, you breathe fight, you eat fight, that's more time you spend working, more time you're going to get better. of course, there's a little bit of talent on that and skill, but like if you work at hard work beats Mr. Franco always said that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Yeah.
So like you can be the skills you want if you don't work hard. The grinder gonna beat you up. So if you can match both ways and have good talent and good and work hard, that's perfect. But like work.
That's fair because what you call it? Isn't MMA is now moving into Africa, so I'm like, I'm looking forward to it.
I think they should do a show somewhere there.
Yeah, they should, but it's
like,
I don't know.
Like how cool would be like do a number card with the three belts on the line.
Oh, that'll be amazing, especially to do it like in Nigeria. It'll blow up because those guys are popular there.
Right, because we haven't had any card in any like UFC in Africa yet.
No.
I think it's the last place they have to go. So I believe like now is perfect timing. Three African champions.
If they go, it'll be crazy. Because I don't even know if you can have a stadium. Everybody wants to come in.
Yeah, I remember watching the 2010 World Cup. And like the crowd was just insane. And that would be, I think it would be like one of the fun, like the funnest crowd to watch, and like they're gonna be so warm. I think like once COVID ease it up a little bit and like the restrictions are down, they need to put those guys to fight at home for sure.
And they have to win though.
Yeah,
you just go there, you lose. I feel sorry for the winner of that fight because people will go crazy. Like, no, you cannot come and beat easy. Like it's fair. But it'll be crazy. And then speaking of soccer, you watch it?
I was really big soccer fan, and growing up and all. In the last couple of years, I kind of like fade out and stopped watching just because like it's our time zone. It's really really hard to watch fights. Like Champions League are at 11 in the morning. The Brazilian championships are like 4 p.m. So I'm always training when the games happen, and I'm kind of just like don't have the time for that. I need to worry about my own life. So I kind of went away from that, but like I want to watch the World Cup, and especially if I make UFC, if I can get some money saved, I wish I could go to Qatar and watch the Cup live. That always been a dream, and I think like because of the size of Qatar and like it's every station is like 50 kilometers. Like for this different distance you can travel is 50 kilometers. Like that's insane. Like that's the place to be. Like that's gonna be so compact and massive and ready. So if COVID's gone and we're good to go, and I have the extra money saved, I'm going for at least two games. Like just because I always love this sport. I haven't followed the last couple of years, but that's like a lifetime opportunity.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially watching Brazil play. That's. I'll go anyway. I remember when they came to my country, man. I know they beat us, but people were celebrating like, yo, this is a different level of soccer, man. That was amazing. All right. And did you go? Were you already here for the 2014 World Cup?
No, I got here in 2015, but I didn't went to, and I couldn't get any ticket for 2014.
Oh, yeah?
So I just watched from home. I went to the parties with the friends and all. Like it was crazy, the environment in Brazil, but I didn't got to go to any stadium back then. Like I was like 2014. I was fresh. I was 19 years old, so money was tight. I was going to college. That was a different scenario, but it was fun.
Brazilians are fun. And the Olympics, did you go?
I was here already for the Olympics. Yeah, my family went in a couple matches. I think they saw. I have a cousin of mine that's on the national water polo team. So my cousin, my uncle, and like his side of the family, they went to watch the games. I think my dad and my parents went to see a volleyball, or I don't remember what because I was here, but some of my family went to Rio to watch some stuff for sure.
You from Sao Paulo, right?
Yes, like I'm from the state of São Paulo, but not São Paulo city.
Oh, okay.
Because so I live in my city called Presidente Prudente. It's like 550 kilometers away from São Paulo, the drive, but it's still in the state of São Paulo. But yeah, it's a good place. Like not too big, but not too small. 300,000 people. So we got a nice, like we got everything, but it's nothing too crazy. So it's a nice mix between like interior and like having everything around.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask. So you just walk around and you run into Neymar?
No. I didn't got to meet any of those guys. Like we're coming from like Ronaldo, like phenomenal. Like he went to my city. One Corinthians went to play there once, and a couple of friends of mine got to meet the players and meet him, but I wasn't at the city for that. Yeah. But that's the closest one, like at my city.
Okay. Sounds good. Is there any question that I didn't ask that you wanted me to ask?
Yeah, anything you wanted me to ask? No, not really. Like I think you got all the questions and we're just having a conversation.
Yeah. Any questions for me?
Yeah, man. Like how long have you been here?
Canada. Yeah, 3 years now.
3 years now.
Yeah, 3 years.
You're from
Zimbabwe.
Nice. How's that? I was growing up there.
It was good. Pretty peaceful, chill, hot. And then when I came here, I realized, because here, like this summer is our winter day.
Oh, I know. It's the same thing in Brazil. Like 25 degrees is cold. Like if you go anything below 20, people are wearing a jacket already.
Yeah. Because I'm always wearing my hoodie. Like.
Yeah, I think you have the same idea, but after 6 years here, I kind of got used to the weather. It's pretty cool. And how you like Vancouver and all so far? So
far so good. Like I used to hate it. Like man, this city is just boring. Like there's nothing here. It's expensive.
It is, man. So expensive.
And then I went to Winnipeg for like a week. I was like,
that's boring.
I appreciate Vancouver. Now. I love it.
I really like how we don't really have like it's never too hot or too cold here. It's kind of like the winter is not the coldest winter in Canada. The summer is not the hottest. So we kind of get like in the middle here. You got a good thing going on between like city and nature, so I really enjoy that about Vancouver. But the real estate is just bullshit. Real estate and traffic are the things I hate most about Vancouver. People here don't know. Do you drive?
Yeah, I drive.
People here don't know how to drive. It's insane.
Yeah, I feel you. Probably one of the drivers who frustrate you on the
Man, I come from Coquitlam, so I get the highway every day, and like it's just insane. Like Vancouver is a city that rains 70% of the time. Yeah, and still, whenever it rains, people drive like morons. I can't understand that.
Oh, yeah, like you wanna fight? Every time I'm in the road, I'm like, man, one day I'm just gonna stop the car and be like, yo, come on, we need to talk. But even the police can drive. That's the worst part about Vancouver. Like I saw a policeman just go through a stop sign. I was like, what are you doing? And
no, people don't people don't respect the highway. For example, if you are in the left lane, you're in the fast lane. Go fast, and people are just holding the left lane, and instead of just go to the. If you're not going fast, if you're not in a rush, go to the right.
Go to the right. Nope.
It's easy, but no, just wait, everyone, and you have to pass to the right. Damn, just make. If everyone do that, they job off of the traffic here. There's not many cars. Just dumb people driving.
Yeah. Especially, but the highway is better. Me, I feel like it's in the streets here. Like,
no, everywhere. I mean, highways. It sucks you.
In this street, like people don't indicate. So you're driving, someone just like, wait, what? Or when people are turning and then you are switching lanes and then they just turn into the way.
No, there's no people don't sign. People just turn around anywhere, like red light. You just need to be aware be ready for anything and expecting everything.
It's like, when driving, sometimes like, I wish I had a truck though. If I had a truck, I'll just hit someone one day. Like, sorry. I didn't see.
And even people, the pedestrians, like they just cross that no matter when, no matter what, no matter how.
They don't care.
Like, other day I was coming from Coquitlam and there was this guy crossing the freaking highway.
Wait, what?
Yes.
That sounds like downtown. Have you driven downtown?
But I hate downtown. When I first got here, I used to live behind celebrities.
Ooh.
Man, there was so many people doing coke underneath my balcony, and overnight, every night, like, dude, I couldn't sleep. There was like St. Paul Hospital and so people doing drugs behind celebrities. Like, that was insane. Man, I can't. And downtown's too loud, too many people. I like a little bit more space. That's why I'm back in Coquitlam. I came here because of the gym. Otherwise, it's not even Vancouver.
I wanted to move, but then I started hearing people getting shot in Surrey. I'm like, nah, I'll stay in Vancouver.
Coquitlam's a good area, man. Like, for real, like, you're living in a nice neighborhood there, have more space, it's more quiet. Public transportation, it's annoying because the buses doesn't come as frequently. But like, if you drive in that area, it's gonna be cheaper. And it's gonna be like more relaxing, more calm area. If you're looking to move, you definitely should look around like Burquitland, Poco, New West, even.
Yeah, we'll look into it because that was my thing. I wanted to move, but like, because my whole thing was FKP. So like, if I move to Surrey, do I really want to drive 30 minutes here?
I do that every day, at least 2 times a day.
That was just the thing for like.
So sometimes I came to teach class early in the morning. Yeah. Then I go back home. Then come back here at the end of the day to train again. So I spend the entire day at the gym. Sometimes I just spend the day at the gym. If it's less than 3 hours difference between my last time on the gym, the next time I need to be back, I just sit there on my phone and wait.
Wow. Yeah, that's the part I was like, I can't do that. Because sometimes when I leave the gym at night, I can't walk. So I'm like,
I at some point I was living here as well. I used to live at Kingston Park, just in front of the community center. Right. I was living with my friends over there, so I get it. It's very nice to be walking distance to the gym, but like in general, like. Then I like Coquitlam better to leave for sure.
Yeah, I've been. It's peaceful out there, and it's like quiet, and you don't get any crazy people.
Yeah, right now, like my landlord's about to sell the house, so we're gonna have to move eventually. And I'm debating with my fiance, like, should we move back here and be close to the gym so I have better traveling and be more with the family? Yeah. Or like it's gonna be cheaper, bigger, and more and calmer back east. So
with a family, you need a bigger space. So like you don't want to come back.
Yeah, man, it's expensive. Like getting a 2-bedroom apartment in Vancouver, it's bullshit.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I can't debate that. I was like, yo, why? Like, I get it, but if you're going to charge me a lot of money, give me a reason why. Vancouver is just expensive for being expensive. There's no reason behind it. Like.
Right, like it is because there's so much demand, not a lot of
places to stay.
Not a place to stay. The demand's there's too much demand, but like it's just insane. Like you're gonna see anything that's to find something that's like nice, good location and a good price is just like insane to find. And there's another 10 people applying for the same place.
Willing to pay more. Yeah. And then, yeah, one more question. Your celebration after the fight, what was that?
I have no idea. To be honest, that was just like whatever I felt at the moment, I'll just let it go and just jump.
You gotta knock yourself out.
Like that's why we learn how to break fall. That's the first thing you learn when you play BJJ. You learn BJJ is how to break fall. So we know how to fall. I know how to fall properly, and I can do that from anywhere. Like I could jump, but I didn't hurt myself at all. I know how to do that. But like, I don't know why I did that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea. That was at the moment, at the emotions I was getting, and just like, you know what? I'm done.
I was like, yo, what is all the things? That's what came to his mind. Okay. There should be a reason, but ladies and gentlemen, there was no reason to it. There was no reason. The other thing was, I remember, was it the first time I sparred with you? Like, isn't Mr. Marty's was like, put your hands up? And then I opened and I saw the fist. I was like,
yeah, that's the thing. Like you need to keep your hands up, but you need to start to see everything. It's not if you shoot yourself in a way you cannot see your opponent, you're done. You need to keep your hands high, but your eyes, you still gotta see everything.
Yeah.
So there's a difference of like hands up and like shooting yourself and you can see anything.
Oh yeah, I was like, because he's like, put your hands up. Like, okay. Then you open. It's like the whole
like,
thing.
Hands up, it's instead of here, your hands are here.
Ah, okay.
But like if you're blocking your face and your hands are in front of your face, you can really see what's going on. So you gotta find a position that like you can move and your hands are. You do the minimum movement you can to block or to parry and to attack, and still be able to see everything.
Ah, okay. That makes sense because when I'm fighting like you or what's his name, Clement, I have nightmares. In my head, it's like okay, because in the beginning you're like, okay, I'm feeling this other, like, okay, I'm gone. I'm just gonna hide here, survive until I'm done. Because like with Clement, he just keeps on punching you. Like, man, stop. Like,
yeah, man, you gotta get used to and like learn how to take it and move forward. But it's fun. Like I love to spar. I feel that's like, especially like when you go lightly and just to move around, just to feel and play. That's where your brain can work and feel. So like, especially if you're at the gym just doing sparring for at the classes. Don't really worry. My suggestion, like, don't really worry about getting hit. Like, everyone got to control. Everything's control. Everything's like, it's safe over there. Like, no one's gonna be swinging to knock you out.
Right.
So like, you can play a little bit more with your game and keep your hands up, but like, not necessarily in a point of just protecting. Like, you like open up yourself to take a punch or two so you can see, you can improve, and you can try different things.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes when you get too nervous and too shelf yourself, then you're not going to be able to improve. You need to get heat and move forward to keep growing in the sports.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's funny. Hey. Sometimes super scared though.
It's not. You just need you're gonna get heat.
Oh yeah.
Even the best fighter in the best day of their career, they're gonna get heat. Right. Like it's part of the game. It's part of the sport you're doing. So just get hit and move. Like Hawk said that it's not about how much you hit; it's about how much you get hit and keep moving forward.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then the other time is I don't know why I kicked and they checked it. I was like, I'm never kicking again. That hurt, man. Because I thought like this is when you kick someone and then it's like it's supposed to hurt them, but then they checked it and my leg was just like enough. we're not doing this. And then you have to spot the next person. They keep kicking you the same person. Oh, Mr. Martin, please. But then you have to be tough. But that's why I say, fighters, you are crazy.
Yeah, a little bit, not gonna lie.
You guys are crazy. Like, I'm gonna get hit and hit for a living. But yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for the opportunity. I think I'll wrap this up. Any last words?
Yeah, man. And first of all, thanks for having me here. I just wanna Thanks for the opportunity to talk. It was very fun. I want to thank Chris Franco, J.D. Martin, everyone at FKP for all the camp and the training that we've been doing, and also like that's my family. Thank you guys for being there with me all this time. Also, I want to thank my sponsors and partners like DLM, the Van Born Group, Drive Market, Action Athletic Wear, For Media Brazil, Russet Bros, and Health Crave Healthiness to support and help me with the fight camp and expenses and all. Also, my nutritionist in Brazil, Rodolfo Zanin. So those are my family of training. I mean, people who've been supporting and helping me with the career now. Also, I just signed with a new management company, and I want to thank you for the opportunity. And I hope to grow with those guys, MTK, MMA. I think we're going to go big together. Those guys going to help me to get into the next level. And most importantly, most special, a big shout and a big hug, kiss to my family in Brazil, and to my beautiful family, fiancé at home, and our baby that's coming anytime soon.
We agreed it's baby Kevin, right? Yeah. We agreed on that, right?
Who knows?
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Thank you, bro.
Wish you the best. We'll be there supporting. I'm guessing the next time we see you in a fight is either at Dana White's Contender Series or versus Great Hardy, right?
I hope so. I hope it's in the UFC. Whoever comes, I'll be ready. If it's Contender, I'll be ready. If I need to fight local, I'm ready. But like honestly, I'm looking to the big show right now. I think I pay my dues around here. It's time to move on. It's time to look for the biggest challenges, and it's over there. I want to grow. I want to keep going, and my way to the top, I need to become the champion. First, I need to get in there. So I showed my skills already, earned my shot, and now it's about like getting the call, getting the contract signed, and fighting the big boys.
Yeah, it's coming fast soon, because I'm guessing after Conor and Poirier, they have nothing planned yet. So I guess that's where they'll sit down and make plans to see what's next. And you will be next, my man.
I hope so. Yeah,
we really want that Greg Hardy fight. Knock him out.
Oh, definitely.
Or even Derek Lewis is too soon, because Derek, I guess, after 3 fights, they'll give you.
Well, whatever. Like I told everyone I wanted to. Like, he's a guy first time I get the mic to call someone up, it's gonna be Derek. Like I want to fight him. I want to beat this dude so bad,
right?
Because like he's against he the way he fights is against everything I believe heavyweight should fight. So I need to beat this guy first of all.
Right.
But eventually I'll get my shot.
Oh, you definitely by the end of the year. UFC, what, 265? No, 266. BC.
Whenever comes, I'll just be ready for whatever.
All right.